Yes, I've got Josh Brehaut here, the Leek Town manager, victorious Leek Town manager. Let's start with the bad stuff first. You conceded a goal and you're not very happy about that, are you?
No, we are disappointed. Collectively, I could see the disappointment on the players' face when we conceded. And we've got to try and get better. We gave the balls away in midfield sloppily, which led to us being counter-attacked. Ollie did well in a 1v1, which obviously you managed to see out for a corner. And then we just didn't get organised quick enough, and we had a chance to clear it. The second contact we needed to try and clear out, but that's something for us to learn from. So, we will do.
You also learn that when you're on top, even if you give the ball away, because Greg gave the ball away, didn't he? That allowed the ball to be knocked forward for the counter-attack, you can get punished.
Yeah, 100%. You can get punished by any team in this league, and we know that. And we've just seen some of the results today, and obviously we're going to Vauxhall on Tuesday, and they've beaten Clitheroe today. Every game in this league is so difficult. So I was just really pleased that we were able to start or get the goals early like we did, because we know that these are a tricky opponent. We've spoke about it all week. They've had, aside from losing the first game, conceding 6 and then conceding 4 against Hanley, in 12 other games they've played, 8 times they've either not conceded or just conceded the 1 goal. So we know that they're an organised outfit that know how to defend and enjoy defending. So we did really well to put them to the sword today.
Yeah, we thought here doing the commentary, and we're up here and we're not in the management team, but we thought maybe it was a bit against the run of play when you scored your first goal. Yeah.
The first 10 minutes they caused us a few problems with their build-up structure and how they managed to get the ball into their midfield. And I agree with you. I completely agree with you. The goal came at a really good time for us and just settled us down a little bit, allowed us to sort those things out, which again the players have been really intelligent throughout the season in being able to solve those problems, because it's very hard for us on the side to have a massive amount of impact. We've got to trust them, giving them the bits of information to then take it on board, and they did that really well.
But it was a perfect corner that gave you your first goal, and your players got free because you got 2. You got Harrison and Ndene, what was it? Julius scored, didn't he? I think. And both of those got free, so it was a perfect corner for the first goal.
It was a fantastic delivery, and ultimately, we highlighted an area of their defensive setup that we knew we could exploit on the set plays. So again, that's not happened by accident. And Jules has just walked in behind here, but he's got a real knack of finding himself free in the box, and actually could have scored more goals than what he has done. He'd be the first to admit that, but yeah, he's got a real knack of finding space in the box, and I was delighted for him. Them ones from 2 yards are the best ones.
And from then on, really, you were well on top. In fact, the surprise was you only scored 4.
Yeah, and again, that's another area that we definitely could have been better with, our end product, our final finish. But I think sometimes when you're comfortable in a game, you do take your eye off the ball a little bit, pardon the pun. And I think if the game had been tighter, some of those chances we'd missed, I would back us to convert ordinarily. So yeah, it would have been amazing to score more goals. But if you'd offered me 4-1 at the start of the day, then I'd have taken it.
And you must be really pleased with the amount of pressing that your forwards did, that the team was so quick, and the 4th goal really was just the quickness, really.
Yeah, Rob was highlighted at half-time for his pressing actions and how hard he's working for the team. And then, lo and behold, in the second half, he makes the goalkeeper make a really poor decision and goes and steals it off him. And then, what I've just praised him for, even more so in the dressing room after the game, is that in that moment at 3-0, and he having not scored yet, it would have been very easy for him to take that shot on. He'd have been well within his rights to do that. He's actually increased the chance of scoring by laying it on a plate for Trickett. So again, that's an incredible act of team play, which is what we're all about.
When you're on song, when Leek Town are going really well, you're a pleasure to watch, aren't you? We think you're a pleasure to watch. You must think you're a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable to watch, and that's something that I wanted to set out, from the get-go. Really, that I want us to be an entertaining team. I want people to come down here and enjoy their Saturday afternoon or their Tuesday evening, because they know they're going to see a good game of football, played the right way, and certainly, at the moment we're playing really well. But we know that we're only as good as our last game, so you're only ever 1 result away from having to bounce back. So we certainly again aren't going to get carried away.
And you've got those lovely headaches of got players who can come on and do the bit as well.
Yeah. Jake and Tom Riley obviously come into the game. Jake's put in a couple of fantastic deliveries, again, that we could have scored from, should have scored from. Tom Riley's played one through for Robbie. Really creative pass. We've got really good players, and obviously they've had to be patient. And I've had conversations with them about that, because they're an important part of what we're doing. We're not going to win a league with 11 players, and their time will come, and hopefully they recognise that they're hopefully going to be part of something, or can be part of something that we're looking to create in terms of making a real headway in the league and trying to get to the top end, and they want to be a part of that.
You said that any team can beat any team really in this division, and it was shown today. Clitheroe steaming along. I think they won 5 on the trot, and they've lost today to the bottom 2 side. That bottom 2 side you're meeting on Tuesday. So how does that affect your thinking towards Tuesday?
Maybe it helps us. Not only because Clitheroe lost, but more that it keeps us focused. So if we were ever to think that we're getting ahead of ourselves and we're going into a game and playing a team that's at the bottom end of the league, and we're just going to have to turn up, we now know, if we didn't already, that is just not the case. We have to earn the right in every single game. Every game's different. The Mosley game last week required a completely different set of characteristics in terms of the way the game was than today's game, for example. And again, Tuesday will no doubt be different again. So we've got to be ready, and we will be. We definitely will.
And one last question: the previous manager claimed he never ever looked at the league table. Do you look at the league table? Yeah.
Well, what we've just said is we've got 7 games starting from today. We've got 7 games in 21 days, and by the end of those 7 games, the league table will even itself out in terms of the number of games that we've played. So I've heard a lot of, you've got 3 games in hand, or you've got 3 games in hand, and you've got a couple of wins away from being at the top. Well, I'd rather have the points on the board, to be honest. It means nothing until you've got them on the board. So I think come the end of that 7 games, the start of the 7 games we've just come into, which will mean we've played about 14 league games. I think at that point then, it gives us an indication of where we are. So we're certainly not going to be getting carried away or thinking about the league table too much at this stage. We've just got to take each game as it comes, which is the age-old cliche. But come the end of this little 7-game spell, we'll see where we are.
Josh, once again, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Another great interview with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we've got coming straight in, more or less, and he's a bit shy, I think, but he's going to talk to us. We've got Julius Ndene. I've got the name right.
It's all right.
Julius, we've been saying, if you put the microphone right up to you, okay, so we can actually hear you. Julius, where have you come from? Because you turned up pre-season, and you've not had a great deal behind you last season, had you? You've been in losing sides.
Yeah. So I was at Stoke as like a youth player, didn't work out there, and then I went on a couple of trials after that, and then just thought to myself, I just want to be playing men's football, so I just went down to step 6, step 5, and then played at Utotsa in step 5, and then we were losing every week, but then Bakes just dropped me a message saying he wants me to come down for pre-season, and then pretty much that was it.
So what was it like playing in losing sides all the time?
Yeah, it was tough, to be fair, but at the end of the day, at my age anyway, you just want to be playing games, you know what I mean? You don't really think about the results, and that's just how I approached it, really.
And do you think you had a better grounding with being in the side that was losing? You had to do a lot more work, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess so, because obviously the pitches aren't as good either. Like, you go into some pitches that are absolutely terrible, and so it's like, especially when you're in a losing side, you could get popped for most of the games, and it's difficult. So you do have to put a bit of extra work in. But I enjoyed it. Obviously playing at Utotsa last season, but now I'm enjoying it at Leek right now. So it's good.
And I was just going to say, are you enjoying it now?
No, I'm really enjoying it, to be fair. I got on with all the lads and stuff, and it's been a good couple of months.
And you look so assured now. You've got a great partnership with Ollie.
Honestly, Ollie's such a good player. He's a big lad. He wins everything. He's good on the ball. He talks really well. He gives me a lot of confidence when I play, and I haven't really had that for a long time. So it's really good. Ollie's really good, and obviously the rest of the lads are really good as well. It's really good.
So how do you see your partnership working? Do you leave Ollie to win the real headers, and you the more athletic, if you like, of the two?
Well, to be fair, Ollie's a quick lad. if it's on my side, obviously I'm going to go for the headers. I'm not just going to leave him for the headers, because obviously I'm a tall lad. It's not like I'm a small lad. Obviously Ollie's massive, but I still obviously have to win my headers and stuff, and obviously Ollie gets round me and I got round Ollie, so yeah, pretty much.
And you had to fight your way into the side, didn't you? You didn't start the season as the first choice.
Yeah.
And you've made the place your own, really, haven't you?
Yeah, no, well, to be fair, I've just been working hard, obviously training hard, and yeah, obviously the manager's backed me to play, so yeah, no, it's been good.
And you said Neil Baker was the person who saw you, right?
Yeah.
He spotted you, came. Was it a wrench for him to actually leave then?
Well, obviously I didn't know anything about him leaving. Obviously I thought he was going to be there for the whole season, but obviously at the end of the day I knew Josh anyway, so it was kind of good for me in terms of like my development. I know Josh can make me a better player, and yeah, pretty much it's just one of them really, isn't it? Obviously Neil leaving and stuff, but obviously Josh has came and he's obviously done a really good job and he's helping with my development and stuff, so it's good.
You're just 20, I believe, aren't
Yeah.
So a long career ahead of you. What ambitions have you got in your career?
Obviously just to play week in, week out at a good level. You know, obviously this is a good level. Obviously in the future if I want to play higher maybe, or depends really, to be honest. As obviously I'm young, I could be playing anywhere. It just depends obviously if I stay fit and not injured, and yeah, obviously I'm enjoying it at Leek, so obviously I want to stay here, sorry.
And yeah, hopefully your ambition is to win the league with Leek.
Yeah, 100%, obviously, because Leek have been obviously close to get promoted for like the past 5-6 years, so it's obviously would be good to get us promoted, and yeah.
So I don't think that 12 months ago you'd have thought you'd be in this position.
No, probably not. But obviously Neil and Josh, good managers, you know, and obviously they back me, and obviously I work well with Ollie, so yeah, it's been good.
Well, it's been great to talk to you,
Yeah, you too.
And I'm sure we'll catch up with you again later in the season when you're about to pick up that winner's medal.
Yeah. Cheers, hopefully, yeah. Cheers for that, thank you.
Thank you, Julius. And that's it, so thank you very much.